everyone, it's Jess. So I'm really sorry I haven't filmed in a while. As I said in my last video, I couldn't film at the weekend, and then these last couple of days I've just been busy and I haven't had the chance to film, so I'm really, really sorry, and I'm going to try and be more organised about that in the future. Yeah, I don't really have an excuse. Like on Monday, I actually spent most of the day reorganising my bookshelves, so I know I don't really have the traditional booktube background. Like loads of people have the whole bookcase behind them, but my big bookcase is down to my right, and I get no light down there. I have the window in front of me here, so yeah, I have my big bookcase, and I have a shelf there, and I have a shelf behind me. As you can see, I've just reorganised them. I have another one here. I have two more up here. I just have shelves everywhere, and it's just I have too many books. So yeah, I'm really sorry I haven't been on here in a while, and yeah, I'm gonna try and make more videos and more scheduled. So yeah, today I'm going to do the GoodReads tag. I'm kind of new to GoodReads, like I'm kind of new to BookTube as well, but I'm not really established on there properly. I don't really use it as often as I should. But yeah, I thought I would do the tag since I do kind of use it. So I have my questions, and yeah, I'm going to get started. So the last book you marked as read. The last book I marked as read was The Green Mile by Stephen King. This book is amazing. I I didn't fly through it. It's not a big book, but it's the same. It's not a little book either. And the writing can be a bit like challenging. It takes a while, but I loved this book. It was so amazing. As I said in another video, it made me cry in public, and I love this book. This is probably one of my favorites. What are you currently reading? I never do this, and this is really bad, but I challenged myself to take part in the Project TBR Readathon, which, by the way, I'm doing terribly at. I have not been reading. I've been in a kind of slump, so yeah. So when I actually started the readathon, I had already begun this book, which is At First Sight by Nicholas Sparks. So I'm about a third of the way through, maybe just over a third, and I had to leave it because this didn't fulfill any of the challenges that I had to do. So I'm also reading at the same time. I never do this. I never read two books at the same time. The Hound of the Baskervilles by Arthur Conan Doyle. I'm really enjoying this, but yeah, it's a good job I found my other bookmark. So I'm using two bookmarks at the moment. I love my bookmarks. I don't think I've ever shown you my bookmarks. The holographic ones. So I have my tiger one, and I have this one. Well, I like both of them, and my butterfly one. So yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. Kind of weird. I don't know. What was the last book you marked as to be read? So the last book I marked as to be read was The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer, or Filer. I'm sure it's Filer. I'm terrible at names. I'm really sorry if I got that wrong. Anyway, on Valentine's Day, my lovely boyfriend, we went up and we had dinner together, and we spent the day together. And then to top it all off, we went for ice cream, and then he took me to a bookshop. And he didn't just take me to any bookshop, he took me to a bookshop with 3 floors. This bookshop has a lift, like an elevator, I think it is in like American. And oh my god, I was in there I actually was late for my train because I spent too long in there. And I bought The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer. I love this cover. It is so pretty. I love this colour as well. So yeah, it took me so long. I was in there for ages and ages, and I really want to read this, but because I'm reading my other ones and I'm supposed to be doing this readathon, I can't read it yet, and it is killing me inside. I am dying inside because this is just my kind of book. I love books like this, like anything to do with health or mental health or anything like that. I want to study medicine, so this is really my kind of book. I really want to read it. So Number 4, what book do you plan on reading next? If in an ideal world, I would be reading this next. But because I have this readathon thing, which I'm probably going to fail at, but still, I'm going to try, I should be reading. Uh, I think I'm gonna try this one. No, wait, I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put it. Shadowmancer, I think it's called. I got it. Shadowmancer by G.P. Taylor. Hopefully, I don't know. I have a feeling it's gonna be hard to get into because this is the underhyped book. This one doesn't really have that many good reviews, and also I would much rather be reading this. So yeah, hopefully that. Do you use the star reading system? Yes, but I don't really use it as. I don't really find it that important. I do it. I don't really think that many people check out my GoodReads page. I kind of do it just like to reference myself, my future self, in case like I can't remember what a book's about. I'll go back and look at how many stars I gave it, whether or not it was a good read. Usually in my reviews, I'll say like whether it was a fast read or a slow read or what, like a review. So yeah, if I'm looking for a good book, it's mostly just so that I know which books I enjoyed. But yeah, I like the star rating system. I know that a lot of people want the half star thing, but so far I've had no problem with it. Number 6, are you doing a 2015 reading challenge? Yes, I am. I am. I've challenged myself to read 52 books this year, so a book for every week. And at the moment, I think I am 3 books ahead of schedule. I've read 9 books this year, which is terrible for me, but yeah, I think I've read. I'm 3 books ahead of schedule. I'm also doing a different challenge, which is the Pop Sugar reading challenge. And you're meant to like read a book for all of the categories. So there's like a book with more than 500 pages, a classic romance, a book that became a movie, a book published this year, just things like that. So yeah, I'm not as sticking to this one as much though. Do you have a wish list? Now I'm sure that they mean like an Amazon wish list or an online wish list, but I am really a writing person. I like writing. But I have diaries that I write, and I'm trying to write a novel, which is not really going great, but I'm still working at it and sticking to it this time. And I just love writing. So I have written out my wish list. This is a wish list that I wrote in like half an hour. And yeah, I've got a whole page there and then more on the back. And this is nowhere near all the books I want to read. I want to read so many more. And there are a few books that I'm kind of embarrassed to not have read, like, for example, the Divergent series. I've never read that. I've never read any Melissa Mayer books, anything like that. So yeah, I've got a wish list, a written wish list. Number 8, what book do you plan on buying next? When I go to the bookshop, I never really go with a certain book in mind. I should, but I don't. So when I went with my boyfriend, it wasn't really a planned thing, so I had no idea we were going there. And then we got there, and I must have spent like half an hour to an hour trying to decide which book to buy. And then when I finally said like, okay, I'm getting this one, I told him to just run. We ran down to the front desk. We were on the 3rd floor. We ran to the front desk, told me to pay and get out that shop before I could change my mind. So yeah, I was looking at all these different books. I've never read The Lord of the Rings either. So I was looking at that, but that was €20, and I did not have that much money with me. I had to pay for the train to get back home. And there was If I Stay. There was a book by Dawn French that looked really good. All these really amazing books. Like I actually said to my boyfriend, if you gave me €1,000 and told me it was all to spend on books, I would spend that easily and then take money out of my own money to buy more. I can easily spend money on books. Way too easily. So I don't really have a plan. I usually just see how I feel when I get there. Do you have favorite quotes on Goodreads? I think I have one favorited quote on Goodreads by Neil Gaiman, but I usually, as again, I'm a writing person, so I have like my quote notebook, and then I have a few motivational quotes for when I'm studying in here. So let me see if I can find a good one. have this as my screensaver. Study while others are sleeping, work while others are loafing, prepare while others are playing, and dream while others are wishing. So I just have a load of like quotes that kind of, when I'm not feeling motivated to study, I'll read these and they'll help me. Like, wake up early, drink coffee, work hard, be ambitious, keep your priorities straight, your mind right and your head up, do well, live well, and dress really well. Do what you love what you do. It's time to start living. So I have all these different things. Then I have like a couple that are specific to me. I think uh, there was one that said, "Work hard now and be an amazing doctor for the rest of your life." So I have those kind of things, and then I have cool ones like "Keep calm, study like Granger," things like that. And then my other notebook, I just have loads and loads. I have like lists of books that I want to read, and I have TED talks that I want to watch, and a recipe, and just all sorts of things. So the Neil Gaiman one is this one. May your coming year be filled with magic and dreams and good madness. I hope you read some fine books and kiss someone who thinks you're wonderful. And don't forget to make some art, write or draw or build or sing or live as only you can. And I hope somewhere in the next year you surprise yourself. So yeah, I find these things like really motivational. I love quotes so much. Like, books are the plane and the train and the road. They are the destination and the journey. They are home. A room without books is like a body without a soul. An hour spent reading is one stone from paradise. So I just love quotes. Who are your favorite authors? Oh my god. Well, obviously J.K. Rowling. I love her. Rick Riordan, the Percy Jackson series. Owen Colfer, mainly for the Artemis Fowl series, but then again for Airman and The Wish List and things like that. Jacqueline Moriarty, Meg Cabot, Cornelia Funk. I have loads of favourite authors, way too many. And have you joined any Goodreads groups? I haven't, mainly because a lot of the groups are like, I think a lot of them are kind of like book groups where you read a book every month, and a lot of the time I won't have the book or I can't like go and buy the book, mainly because I live in Spain, so all the books that are like new releases and they're out in the bookshops haven't reached here yet. So yeah, I'm not in any groups. I'll probably have a look to see if there's any that interest me, but not yet. And that is the end of the tag. So oh my god, this video is so long. Thank you for watching, and if you have read any of these books or you have any suggestions, or as I said before, I recently like reorganized my bookshelf, so if you'd like a tour of my bookshelf to see the kind of books that I do read, just leave a comment down below and I'll try and talk to you again soon.